Okay, so let's take care of the rest of this room. Freaking stupid bow. So you want to charge this up for quite a while, and then as soon as you let your light off this mirror, rush over and start charging the other mirror. Charge it for as long as you possibly can. And then as soon as the light starts emitting, just move as fast as you can and try your best to get the block out of the way. If you don't have enough light, then you're just gonna have to try again. These things are freaking annoying. Money. Freaking dirtbag. What are these things even called? These are like only native to Majora's Mask, aren't they? So I have no idea what they're called. This is an interesting room. You have to do a lot of stuff in this room. Or it seems like you do. First, we need to head down as a Goron Link. There's a switch down here somewhere that we can hit. And then your objective is to get to a switch on the other side of the room. So you have to make a big U-turn. Or you have to go through this huge U-shaped room, I guess, to get to the switch. And I think the only possible way you can get there in time is to roll through everything. Unfortunately, that's too slow, so we're gonna have to try again. And there's a lot of obstacles, as you can see. Unfortunately, I remember the first time I was trying to do this, and it was ridiculously difficult for me. But it's not too difficult now. I'm just kind of screwing up a little bit, but not doing an awful job. And I think the switch reactivated just there, but I got to it at the same time or something, so I lucked out there, I think. Anyway, I think didn't that just uncover a chest, which I think has a stray fairy? Oh, we'll see. So, yeah, that's Goron Link's part in this room. Now, Deku Link's is a little bit more interesting. You have to fly through this room, and you have to be careful to not lose your flower energy and fall down, because obviously a wood-like creature is not gonna, fare well falling into a pile of lava. And if you can, try to get that Bombchu to blow himself up, or else he's more than likely gonna bother you on your trip across. Now, what makes this part so difficult is making the actual U-turn, because I kind of find it difficult to get Deku Link oriented correctly. As you can see, I'm having trouble right now. And then I kind of screw up here. And I fail. Unfortunately, the Bombchu does respawn again. So, I'd again recommend that. I guess I'm not gonna try and blow him up, which I think is gonna be my downfall this time through. Yep. Definitely try to blow him up, or else he's more than likely gonna do that to you. So, you get his attention somehow. He doesn't seem to be... Oh, there we go. Perfect. And now I went back to the entrance so I could get myself oriented correctly this time. So when you make this U-turn, you want to try and make it as tight as possible, because if you go out to the outside like I'm doing, it's probably going to be difficult to reach the... Yeah. Unfortunately, I missed it just barely. Down on the second day. Okay, I guess I'm gonna just go for it again. You know, whatever floats my boat. And I fail again. Isn't this fun? I take out the Goron mask in the hopes that I could just transform and get back, but then I decide against it because that'd probably just waste more time than it would save. So, you know, there we go. Okay. I guess I was properly oriented this time, but what the heck, let's do it from the beginning. Again. Okay, this one went a lot better. Excellent. Now we can pick up this chest. I think it contains a fairy, yep. And we can head into a mini-boss chamber. Now, as you've been traveling throughout Icana Canyon, you might notice that Tattle will randomly pop up and, you know, her icon will pop up. And if you talk to her, she'll mention something about seeing the dead or something. I'm not quite sure what she says, but if you equip the Garrow's mask in areas where she does that, you'll summon a Garrow fight, which is basically this, except this fight is a little bit harder. So if you've already fought one of these guys before, then you'll have some experience. One thing to note is that upon defeat, they have to, it's like in their code to kill themselves or something, and part of that entails blowing themselves up with a bomb. In this case, it's not a big deal because he kills himself through cutscene, but otherwise, you want to be careful because if you're in the blast radius, you're going to get hurt. And yeah, he just gave us an interesting piece of information about this temple, which I'm sure you've hopefully already figured out. If not, you're gonna see it shortly. So this is the first item in the temple. There are two. Here are the light arrows. They are very powerful and good for killing enemies, so... And if you have magic or infinite magic, I'd highly suggest you use them at all times. Whenever you're using the bow and arrow, that is. Now here's an interesting enemy. You might recognize him from the swamp. It's just that this time he has a mask. He's similar to the enemies you see all the time in the 2D Zeldas. Those annoying guys you can only hit from the back, and you have to have like the hook shot or the switch hook to get rid of his mask. I tried to make him in 3D, and I thought that was pretty neat. And I think that's the only one in the whole game. I think. So, this is an interesting room. No. There we go. Okay, I guess I'm not close enough. Even though the dot says I am. Alright, so, we're back up here, and we're done with that stuff. Okay, I guess we're gonna grab some rupees. Might as well. Okay, now we're really done with this room. We can get the heck out of here. Okay. That's one of the few instances in which the camera kind of likes to screw you over. Freaking camera. Okay. Now, we're gonna leave. Careful of the camera. Jump across. Perfect. We're good. I believe in this next room you're gonna need the light arrows, so whip those bad boys out. Yep. This is an interesting little enemy that I believe he can only be defeated by light arrows. And as long as you have infinite magic, just keep spamming light arrows in his face. Or his eye, rather. I think it takes 2 hits for him to die, which equates to 4 arrows overall. Yep. There's one more in this temple somewhere, but I don't think we'll be meeting him until a little bit later. But what do we got here? Another straight fairy. Woo! 8 more to go, and then we're done with that completely. That'll be nice. Okay, now we're back in the entrance. Freaking bomb shoot. Get out of my face. Okay, with light arrows we can now activate sun switches that have no light available. Huh. We just spawned an upside down chest. And what's that? That looked oddly like the boss chamber teleport. Why is it all upside down? I was deciding whether or not to go through the temple again to, you know, pick up all the extras I missed, or get out. And as you can clearly see, I decided to get out. Anyway, if you want to activate this temple's secret, all you have to do is hit this switch. Just this one. What that does is it moves a block that will reveal a switch that you can hit with the light arrows. Hit it, and look at that. Somehow you flipped yourself upside down. And everything's upside down. Yeah, so this is, even though I made this painfully obvious, this is Icana's, or Stone Tower's secret. Notice how these switches, or these blocks, have a Triforce. I mentioned this before, but I just thought I'd show you this time. It's quite interesting how Icana's the only place in all of Termina to have Triforce symbols. Very intriguing.